Hello everyone, my name is Moji. You're watching a Bitcoin Bubble News channel. We can see that Bitcoin is still in that sideways medium to long-term bullish stabilization. Bitcoin prices are going up today. We did get more than 60,000. This is one of the things I want to show you today. Bitcoin Bubble stands out because it is clear and easy to understand. There's no limit to who can join, no matter how much they know about crypto or how new they are to it. Guess who is watching us now? Robert Kiyosaki is the author of the best-selling book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. We'd also like to use this chance to thank everyone who put their trust in us. The best part is that it's free, and we read all of them. If you sign up now, you'll get all the new information for free. Stay ahead of the trends instead of just following them. Sign up for Bitcoin Bubble right now and enjoy the new edge. Let's watch this movie with Gareth to learn more about Bitcoin and other things. It looks like we have a beautiful parallel path, right? All of these highs are lined up along this line. After that, we can see that this low just keeps going down that line. We did hit hard on the fear, but keep in mind that this was when the stock market was down about 5 to 6% that day. So it makes sense that crypto was also being flushed there. The point is that this is a separate route. Look at the middle point. There's a dashed line in the middle. I'm not sure if you can see it. That's what's holding the market in check right now. Okay, in this same vein. In other words, what you want as a bull. Once more, in the middle to long run, as long as this channel stays sideways to lower channels like this, they will eventually, and this is important, break to the upside. Okay, but the middle point is kind of like the center line we were talking about. Price should go above that to have a chance, right? The price needs to go above this amount. It's pretty close to $61,000. You should have no trouble getting back to the top of the channel if we can get above that and close and confirm. But look at it again, the price keeps stopping right in the middle of the channel. These kinds of channels are great. If you find a good channel, the middle of it will act as a small amount of resistance, just like it is here. It still goes through, it still goes up and down, but you can see it here, right? So if we look right here, the channel center was right there, which pushed it back down to the low end here. You should look over here, right? Again, you can see that the midpoint is made up of some parts that make it useful as a short-term, minor amount of support or resistance. Okay, let's go over this level again. For Bitcoin to reach the top, it needs to rise above this level. Long-term trends are still strong. As long as we stay below this middle point, it could go back down to this low point in the short term. Even though Bitcoin closed below $60,000, long-term holder trust, minor accumulation, and a stablecoin supply surge are all signs that the month of September could be anything but dull for BTC. It was the third time this year that Bitcoin ended below the 200-day EMA, but it quickly rose above $60,000 again. Altists aren't worried, they're still buying more, and the $3 billion increase in the actual cap shows that they have long-term faith in BTC's ability to break out. Since selling pressure dropped a lot in August, Bitcoin miners are showing signs of stockpiling. This trend could mean that the price of Bitcoin has stabilized, which could set the stage for a rise in September. The stablecoin supply ratio SSR has dropped to values seen in February 2024. This means that there is more money available to buy Bitcoin. The overall market capitalization of all stablecoins hit a new all-time high of $165 billion. This increase in liquidity could cause the price of Bitcoin to go up by a large amount. Bitcoin is trying to break out of a descending, broadening channel pattern, but it is running into strong support at $61,700. Which is where the 50-day and 100-day EMAs meet. If Bitcoin gets to this level and goes above $62,737, it could change its behavior, choices, indicating a change in the direction to rise going into September. Let's look at gold next, and then silver after that. After taking a break yesterday, gold is still going up today. You had this trend line that went up. We're now above this trend line that goes up, so we're still going up. I'm about to show you something I've been experimenting with. We are going to look at a gold logarithmic chart and go back a long time. Let's get right to this. For now, I'm going to get rid of this trend line. We can now switch to the log chart. We'll then switch to the monthly. We'll then zoom out, right? We're going to zoom out all the way. It would be easy to see if we drew a trend line from the high point in 1979 to the high point in 2011 and then stretched it out. Take a look. On the gold chart, this is likely the next number we want to aim for. Okay, so let's go over that again. If we keep going up in the near future, this is where you should start to think about pushback. It's around level 2660. To say it again, we're only $135 below that level right now. But once more, When you look back a long way at charts with big moves, you can only use log charts to smooth out the data, draw trend lines, and do technical analysis. This is why logarithmic charts work so well in crypto. You can see these big ascending moves. To be honest, I don't use log charts for gold very often. That being said, it makes sense to do so when I look back to 1979, which puts us in this 2660 area. In the short run, that's my next goal for gold. Of course, it could go a little higher or lower. All right, let's look at silver next. Check out what silver is doing. Silver prices keep going up. One thing to keep in mind about silver is that I thought we would back off of this level. We went right through it. Wonderful. A member of Smart Money Commodities and I are still long silver. Okay, that's fine. So where do you think we'll go? And I think I told you guys yesterday that if you connect this high to this high and draw a trend line down, your next goal would be about 30.5, right? About a trend line that goes down. Double top at 32 if we make it through that. But there is no slowdown right now. It's really strong. Is this your only worry about silver? Is that the stock market is telling us that everything is going to be okay right now because it keeps going up? I believe that the fact that no one is expecting a decline right now is affecting silver and making it pop. 2 weeks ago, everyone thought, oh my gosh, we're in a recession today. No one is ready for it now. My only worry is where will the silver be when the story changes to, oh my goodness, maybe we'll have a recession. Because, guys, it will happen. Again, it will happen at some point, whether it's later this year or next. And I always say, think about this, how much is the Fed really going to cut rates? If we don't have a recession, rates will go back up if they cut them too much, even if there isn't a slump. You can say, okay, let's go with the idea that there is no recession. The Fed will only cut rates a few times though, so they won't do much damage. They will cut a lot more if we get into a recession, but right now we're already in one. It's kind of like a double-edged bad sword right now because of how much things are worth. And of course, we just need to keep an eye on silver to see when that story changes, since it is, again, at least 50% of industrial metal. Next, let's look at natural gas. We already looked at oil, so let's move on to natural gas. Natural gas had a great move above this trend line, but look, it closed above and we're getting turned down again. Remember, did it really happen? Nope, I didn't confirm that above. For traders who have already taken the winning series, a close above doesn't mean proof, right? Please understand that right away. Also, you need to confirm above, and we're being turned down again below this level. Maintaining and controlling prices has been really easy at this level. Price keeps trying to break up, but it's turned down every time. Remember that the more times we hit a level, the more likely it is that it will break through at some point. But let's wait a minute or two and see where it goes. Bitcoin has stayed above $58,000, even though the market isn't doing well, but macro signs point to a big move coming up that could send BTC back to its all-time high. Bitcoin's huge 196% rise from September 2023 to its high point of $73,800 needed a long time of stability. After 24 weeks, the market looks ready for the next leg of the bull run. Signs point to the end of the boring sideways movement. BTC broke out of its range on Tuesday and briefly touched $61,000 before running into trouble. It's still unclear whether the price will stay low or go up, but the quick change has caught the attention of the market. This week,